Alright guys, welcome to the second stream in the Medieval 2 tournament. We'll be starting in just a second here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn over to the live scene here. Just turn down your volume because it is a little bit loud. Switching over. Alright, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And for all of you guys who are watching after the fact as well, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. As I said, this is the second stream that we're doing on this Medieval 2 tournament. If you haven't seen the first one, it should be in my streams playlist. Where we looked at the first 6 battles in various group stages. And we're looking at 6 more battles, so it'll be 3 more sets of people that are going to be fighting in this stream. So it'll probably be about the same length, about an hour to an hour and a half. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one here. I'll get the overlay set up. So there we go. So the first one we're going to be taking a look at is Django versus Theodore, and I believe we did see Django fight in the last stream, and I can't remember what the outcome was of that, but I believe it was a victory for him in both battles, maybe, or it was a 1-to-1. You guys will have to go and take a look. I'm not 100% sure, but we definitely did see him in the last stream. So we're going to be taking a look at his battle first. So let's go ahead and load that up. Django versus Theodore. And after these 2 battles, we're actually going to see Theodore fight another. So it's kind of back-to-back battles with him today. Let me know how the volume is, too. I haven't checked that. Battles, we're actually going to see Theodore fight another. So it's kind of back-to-back battles. It seems like it's okay, which is good. And we have loaded in here, so let's go ahead and hide the screens for now. And here we go. So we're going to be looking at it from the perspective of Django, or Django. He's playing as Venice, so he's got the General's Bodyguard Heavy Cavalry here behind. He's brought a Ribald for his artillery. And we've got some, looks like light cavalry here. Most of them, the Stradioi, the cavalry that I can never pronounce. But he's got 3 units of them. They're quite a large cavalry unit as well. And then he has another General's Bodyguard here, but I believe this is just one of the decoys. Obviously, his real general is in the back. We've got some of the beautiful Venetian heavy infantry here on the front lines. Looks like we've got 3 or 4 units of them. 4. And then we've got a line of pike militia. We've got 2 units of them, and I believe he had some other pikemen back here. Yes, 2 more, totaling 4. And we've got 1 unit of peasants, so obviously a throwaway unit there. And we've got some musketeers here, so he's bringing some gunners. Very interesting. And he's just, oh, he's actually got some mounted crossbowmen. Those have actually been quite effective in these battles that we've seen so far. I kind of discounted them at the very beginning, thinking that they weren't really a valuable asset, but I was definitely proven wrong by some of the strategies that these guys were showing here. So it'll be interesting to see how he uses those mounted crossbowmen. He's actually got 2 units of them there, so Yeah, very cavalry-focused here with this Venetian army, but still with a lot of these beautiful, heavy Venetian infantry with their beautiful maces. Or their little hammers, I should say. They're not really maces. Very, very cool. So we should be starting just about... Let's fast forward a bit here. So that way we can take a look at Theodore's army. Looks like Django is going a bit defensive on this hill, though. He does have the artillery, but the Ribald, I don't know. They don't seem to do too much damage. And actually, we've got almost the same kind of defensive setup here for Theodore, setting up on his little rocky outcrop here. But we've got some handgunners here in the front lines. Yeah, 3 units of them. Possibly a 4th on the flank. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we do have some better artillery for Theodore, though. We've got 2 Serpentines. So that definitely means that Venice is going to have to move to the Holy Roman Empire. Again, very similar build here. We've got quite a few pike militia here. We've got some of the Raiters, which are gunner cavalry, I believe. We've also got some mailed knights moving in to the center. Some more Raiders, so gunner cav and some mounted crossbowmen here. And there we go, those Serpentines just opening up. Is this the General's Bodyguard? We've got some Teutonic Knights here. I do love the Teutonic Knights. No way! No way. Have we already... Where is his General at? Oh, that is unfortunate. Look at that. Already losing his General that early on. That has to sting for Django. I can't believe that. Hey, Grixis, how's it going? So, good snipe with those Serpentines there. It was almost like he was hidden in behind that hill. And the Serpentines still got a hold of that General. So, now Venice is really on the ropes. Not only is he not able to sit defensively in his position because he didn't bring enough artillery, but he's also lost his General's Bodyguard. So, he has to go on the offensive and without a General. Not the end of the world, though. He still can make it up. These lines are a bit of an issue, though. If he puts too many lines in sequence behind one another, the Serpentine can rip right through them. So I hope he does keep his forces spread out. Looks like the Venetian Musketeers are firing. I'm not sure if... Are these guys not in range? Do they have an inferior range? A couple of them are firing, but the Venetians definitely doing a lot more damage than these Holy Roman Empire handgunners. Although, these ones are... Oh, no, those are the peasants. Okay. He only has the one musketeer firing, but it's destroying this unit of handgunners. It's possible the unit of handgunners is also inferior to musketeers. That is also a possibility, but yeah, they're shredding those musketeers. All the while, though, this Serpentine is probably just firing down on his ranks. So good job on Django not clumping up his forces or lining them up one after the other there. He's spacing them out. He's got the Stradioi, or Stradiets? I don't know. He's got all 4 of them on this flank. Oh, and we've got the mounted crossbowmen over here. That is unfortunate, though. Yeah, because the Holy Roman Empire brought the mounted Raiters, this gunner cavalry... Yeah, definitely going to outclass the mounted crossbowman. He is using another mounted crossbowman unit in tandem with it as well. So you've got the gunners to kind of affect the morale. You did see that the musketeers kind of broke there, or sorry, the mounted crossbowmen. They still have 53 men left in their units, so they barely lost any. But it's just the morale drop of that gunfire. Of course, they have returned, which is great. We've got a lot more of the Venetian cavalry kind of sitting over here in the wings, waiting for the right moment to strike. But all the while, we've got the handgunners just moving up, and the Venetian musketeers are mowing them down. Yeah, those handgunners are routing, and this one is about to rout as well. We've got the peasants here, we've got the Ribald now firing, but these musketeers here, 88 and 90, so they've lost 2 men in this unit, and they've almost taken out 2 units of handgunners. Now, that Ribald just got there, so I don't think that it's really lending a hand in destroying these handgunners. That is very impressive for Django. Really using his strengths there. Look at all the dead Holy Roman Empire already piling up on this hilltop. But, as I said, over here, it seems like the cavalry engagement is going in Theodore's... It's going in his favor. I was trying to think of the word. But, yeah, the mounted crossbowmen, they're trying to be a bit of annoyance, but unfortunately because the Holy Roman Empire also brought mounted crossbowmen and those raiters, these probably aren't going to be as effective as he hoped they would be. And we've got the very quick, light Venetian cavalry moving in, trying to destroy that unit of handgunners. But they're not coming back to the battlefield. I wouldn't even bother. All he's done is really put his cavalry in range of those raiters. Looks like he got away without any damage to them, though. We've got a huge cavalry movement going on over here, though. Most of it is... Yeah, it's all ranged cavalry at the moment, so we don't have the Teutonic Knights in this mix. Venetians very aware here. You can see they're also bringing all of their cavalry to bear in this one engagement, which is a solid strategy. Crossbowman getting some fires off. Now, this seems to actually favor the Venetians here. He's really clumping all of his units up here. And actually, yeah, the light cavalry going to charge in and lock these raiters into melee. Oh, that is not good for Theodore. And as he pulls out, even if they don't break under the morale pressure, which they have, he is going to lose a lot of his units. That is very unfortunate. But we do have a sneaky counterattack here, and the Teutonic Knights are in this bunch that's moving around the flank. But I think the damage is done here. It looks like this one, yeah, this one is broken, and this one of mounted crossbowmen is broken. Oh, those were mailed knights, too. Okay. Overwhelming numbers, though. One mailed knight is no match for 6 units or 4 units of the Stradioi and some mounted crossbowmen. We've also got the remnants of that general's bodyguard here as well. Oh, actually, both of the general's bodyguard. So all the cavalry pretty much over here. I just want to quickly take a look at the infantry engagement here, see if anything else is going on. It doesn't look like it. And surprisingly, Django with those musketeers really causing a lot of trouble here for Theodore. Even with the loss of the general, he is going to unfortunately lose his rebod. He didn't notice that the mailed knights have been activated here, so they will slaughter them. And I think he is going to try and push through the peasants, maybe into the musketeers. But thankfully, Django does notice that, but is it in time? I am not sure. And those pikemen need to get their pikes down as well. It looks like Theodore is happy to slaughter the peasants, though. A risky game. He can set those musketeers up and fire down on those mailed knights, and it looks like Theodore is going to move on. We've got some pike militia defending that side, but let's quickly look over here at what's going on with this cavalry engagement. Just in time to see the Teutonic Knights charge in against the Stradioi, and they have broken. I'm just a little worried seeing these raiders disengaging. Good firing at the Stradioi as they retreat, though, and the Teutonic Knights actually locking them in melee. We've got 49 of them versus 46 of the Teutonic Knights. The Teutonic Knights should easily take that. I would take these raiders and maybe focus on... Oh, no, good. Okay, so both of them have engaged over here. They've kind of left the raiders alone. Or retier, I don't know. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing it. Apologies. You're going to go for a bit. Found a cool Lord of the Rings mod? No worries, Grixis. Okay, yeah, just leave the Teutonic Knights in melee, buddy. Oh, it's so unfortunate to see this. You can see as they're trying to pull out that they're just getting cut down by this lightly armored Venetian cavalry. He should have just left them engaged, to be honest. At this point, he's already committed with his cavalry. Over here, we've got some raiders challenging the general's bodyguard. Okay, we finally got some movement here. We've got the Holy Roman Empire pikes pushing in against the Venetian pikemen. I am seeing in the distance, though, that we've got some of the Holy Roman Empire pikemen breaking. That is very unfortunate. But it's looking to be overwhelmingly in Django's favor. So good play by him, I do have to say. We've also got the mailed knights. They've come around in behind, caused a lot of trouble here. The peasants are trying to lock them up, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. He's going to get a nice charge into the Venetian heavy infantry here. Ooh, very close friendly fire there. Careful. But at this point, I think Theodore, he's just doing as much as he can. I mean, you can see here, 71% of the Holy Roman Empire has been slain. Only 21% of the Venetians. So yeah, definitely played his cards right here. Well done to Django. And over here, the cavalry engagement looks much the same. The Holy Roman Empire cavalry is on the run. in the face of just overwhelming numbers. The quality of the cavalry was on the side of the Holy Roman Empire, but I think just the numerous amounts of Stredioi on this battlefield here, again, each of them having 60 in their man count to start with. I think mailed knights might be 30 or 40. So yeah, just overwhelmed them with numbers. Well done. So that is the first win for Django. And it's just about done here. I think the cleanup phase is... Oh, there we go. Wow. And here I thought that he would be definitely in trouble. Losing his general early on and also having to push forwards because of the fact that Theodore had brought the 2 Serpentines. I guess it just didn't get enough kills for him. Looking at good amount of kills, yeah, the cavalry did do quite well. Mounted crossbowmen surprisingly did well. I'm always surprised by them. And yeah, that musketeer unit just tearing up those handgunners. That was insane. Very nice, very nice. Well done. So, let's go ahead and flip this on here. Where are we looking? So, we've got this one next. So, Django has 1, Theodore 0, but I'm going to go ahead and load up the second of the battles. Okay. Battle number 2, Django versus Theodore. All right, on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and... There we go. Good. So again, looking at the battle from the side of Django. He's got some beautiful Spanish boys here on the battlefield. In the front lines again, going with musketeers. I think that's smart, considering how well he did in the last round. Heavily into the Tercio pikemen, or the Tercio pikemen. 3 units of them, and then 2 of the pike militia, I believe. Oh, does he have 4 pike militia? 4 pike militia, okay, and 2 of the Tercio pikemen. But again, very heavy into cavalry here, so we've got some mounted crossbowmen. General's bodyguard. I don't know if the general is in that unit. I don't think so. We've got some conquistadores, Genete, or Genettes, however you like to pronounce them. So javelin cavalry, 3 units of them. And we've got a dismounted conquistador, and that's where his general is. And this is actually a shorter battle than last time, so must get pretty intense pretty quickly. Again, taking a very defensive stance here up on the hilltop. I think that is smart until you see what your ally has brought. And if I was to bet, I would say Theodore would be deploying up on this hilltop here. And then they'd kind of have the valley in between. He could try and hide some of his cavalry over here, though, be a bit sneaky. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, very, very similar builds, I think, for all of his battles so far that we've seen with the Django. Got some pikemen in behind as well. Don't think that's going to be necessary, but we'll see. There we go. Is that Portugal? No, Poland. Ooh, nice. We got Poland. Okay, we've got some hussars, or hussars. So light cavalry over here. We've got some woodsmen in the front lines, 4 units of them. And we should have, yep, spearmen. And then dismounted Polish nobles. So we got 4 and 4 of them. And then we've got some more hussars. We've got some Polish retainers. And more hussars. Okay, interesting. No general's bodyguards, so his general must be in one of these other units, and I didn't see it beforehand. Okay, we've got some of the mounted crossbowmen beginning to annoy the Polish as they move forwards. Theodore being pretty aggressive here, though. He's pushing up pretty much all of his units. And what's going on over here? Well, I'm gonna miss it. Did he get a good charge there? Or no, it looks like the musketeers just made it back in time. I guess he had more of the Polish retainers hidden in the tree line here. Because there's a lot more cavalry on this side now than I had seen before. But the Jeanettes over here are kind of holding that flank for the moment. Theodore's got to be careful not to get his units too tired, though. It looks like we've got some cavalry going in for a charge here into those woodsmen. But thankfully, we do have the dismounted Polish nobles very close behind, and we've got the jaws closing with the Hussars getting those conquistadors and locking them into melee there. No way! I don't know where the general was, though. That is insane. How is he dead already? Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Is he over here, maybe? If I can look at the bodies here? Let me just quickly pause, because I don't want to miss too much for you guys, but I would like to know where that general was. He must have charged into pikes, am I right? That is crazy. I'm assuming it must be over here, because that's really the only cavalry that is engaged that's broken. Because this is the conquistadors from the Spanish. So yeah, I think it is going to be over there, but that is so unfortunate. Okay, good side charge here, though, into this unit of pike militia. May get them to break, may not, though. And as this unit kind of curls around, the pike militia are going to start doing a bit of damage to these Polish retainers. But Theodore is just bum-rushing Django's position here. This is looking pretty intense. We got the Polish nobles and Polish spearmen just crashing into the ranks of the pike militia. I think he's just trying to muscle his way through, but we do have a counter charge here from some more mounted conquistadors. We've got the dismounted Polish nobles pushing up the slopes. We've got Polish retainers kind of running amok here. This unit of Polish retainers pushing off all of the mounted crossbowmen, just trying to keep them busy for the time being. And yeah, hopefully, okay, yeah, all those woodsmen that did originally break, they have returned, which is great. We've got the Jeanettes over here and the general's bodyguard, but that doesn't have the general in it. The general is still up here. Looks like he is going to be engaged quite soon, though. He's pushing to the front lines. Good volley with the musketeers into these Polish spearmen and nobles. Good battlefield awareness, too. Just pulling back his musketeers in time. Not quite enough, though. I don't know why he stopped them moving back. And these pike militia just being absolute chads here. Basically throwing their lives away just to kind of keep all of the Polish busy so that the musketeers can fire down upon them. Over here, things are looking a bit dicey, so I do agree with Django there, trying to put his general in. The dismounted conquistadors is an extremely solid unit, so they should hold for quite some time. And they are going up against Polish nobles and Polish spearmen. The Polish don't really have the best infantry in their roster. It's more cavalry focused. Speaking of cavalry, do have those hussars moving up on the flanks, kind of pushing those tertio or tertio pikemen into a bit of a schiltrum there. More conquistadors over here. What's the man count? Okay, so 32% Spanish have been slain, 51% of the Polish. Yeah, pike militia did break. Now we're on to the second line here. You can see the Polish spearmen. They are quite winded, and they have routed in the face of the tertio pikemen. So the Spanish pike line has held. How are things looking over here? The Hussars taking on the Jeanettes and the general bodyguard. It looks like the Spanish are kind of winning there too, but one unit of Hussars has peeled off. I'm not sure if they're going to try and lock down this unit of Jeanettes. We've also got conquistadors and Polish retainers here, clashing all the way behind enemy lines. Very nicely done. So good job there by Django, kind of protecting his flank there. The Polish retainers have broken. Oh man, this is looking pretty disheartening for Theodore here. Yeah, more Polish trying to push in, but the Spanish conquistadors, very solid unit. I'd love to see where the general is. There he is. There he is. He's right there. He's actually battling a Polish noble right now, but he's nowhere near bloodied up. He should be able to slaughter. Yes, well done. Totally unbiased here. I just love the Spanish dismounted conquistadors. Well done, General, well done. And yeah, look at all of these units. They're just trying to actually force their way through, but I don't think that's working very well. Yeah, now we've got them routing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh wow, the Polish retainers though, or sorry, the Hussars coming back, getting a good rear charge on those pike militia. Well done there. And how are things looking over here? Probably a lot of the Polish cavalry was mopped up. Yes, it looks like it was. And now all of these units are kind of free, yes, to start firing right into the flanks of the Polish. All the musketeers here. We've got a desperate kind of regrouping here. We've got some woodsmen. We've got the Polish retainers all moving forwards, trying to regain composure. But I think that this battle is unfortunately a loss. Yeah, these poor Polish nobles are fighting to the death. Good rear charge there by the Polish retainers, so actually driving off those mounted crossbowmen. But then we've got the general's bodyguard moving on down and breaking them again. Well done to Django. Well done. Hey, Noah, how's it going? So this is a Medieval 2 tournament. It's a Russian Medieval 2 tournament, actually. And I'm basically just like I'm covering it for all the English players that are in the tournament. But you'll see as time goes on, like who's playing, because I'll put up some beautiful artwork that was provided to me, listing the players and their statistics. But very similar on the man count here this time, whereas the Venetians' last battle, I think, had about 400 more men than the Holy Roman Empire. Wow, just about yeah, they were sent in very late in that battle, and they still managed to rack up 158 kills. All the mounted conquistadors getting well over 100 kills. Yeah, that was insane. And some musketeers again, using them quite effectively. Very unfortunate to go as Poland. I wouldn't have done that, I don't think, in a tournament. Unless you're bringing a lot of very powerful Polish cavalry, I just don't know if that was the best option for him. But no matter. It was a very, very brave and valiant effort by Theodore. So let's put this up here. So Django and Caro, who gosh, I don't even know which way to turn in that, but they fought in the last stream, so it's 1-1 to them. And then Django versus Theodore, he obviously won both of those, so 2 for Django and 1 for Theodore. And now we're going to take a look at Theodore versus Caro. So let's put that up there. And let's go on to the next battle. Okay. Game 1, Caro versus Theodore. Yeah, the artwork is absolutely incredible. Like, as I said in the last stream, just hats off to whoever created all of this artwork. All right, we're going to be taking a look at the perspective of Caro. So let's go ahead and switch this off. There we go. And we have the Holy Roman Empire again for Caro. And he's going to be setting up his forces here, so we'll kind of take a look at it as he puts them down. Again, a very short battle. I'm loving these really short and explosive battles. Same map as the first battle between Django and Theodore. So interestingly enough, it looks like Theodore is starting on the same side both times, so hopefully he does better in this one than the last battle. I am rooting for him. Totally non-biased, of course. But we got 2 units of Pavi's crossbowmen. Got some pike militia. Looks like we've got some Landsknecht, though, mixed in there. So possibly 3 units of pike militia, 3 units of Landsknecht. So 6 units total. We've got some peasant crossbowmen here, right behind, and we've got some religious fanatics. We've got the general's bodyguard. We've got some Teutonic knights. Very nice. Looks like 3 units of them. 1, 2, 3... Hold on. 4 units of Teutonic Knights. How the heck did he afford that? Wow. And then we've got 3 units of Mailed Knights. Okay, so Caro going 0 into the mounted crossbowmen or mounted raiters. So he has no ranged cavalry whatsoever, which has proven to be quite effective in this tournament. So we'll see how it goes. How can it be that every time I watch you, your stash has changed? Well, it grows, and I'm lazy and I don't trim it. Oh, but here we go. Okay, so let's take a look. Interesting. Okay, so Theodore going once again with Poland. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. But we'll see how it goes. I hope that it goes better for him this time. So we've got Hussars here on this flank. Thank you. Okay, he's brought some Polish Guard. That's what I like to see. The Polish Guard, extremely good cavalry. Exceptional cavalry. We've got a big peasant spam in the front lines here. I'm assuming more Hussars on the flank. Yes. And, okay, Polish retainers. Not as good as the Guard, but that's okay. And then we've got woodsmen in the center, and then we've got a mix of dismounted Polish nobles, and he's brought some Polish knights. He didn't have any of those in the last battle, so I'm glad to see that he's brought some of those now. Those may have gone toe-to-toe, not quite beaten the conquistadors, but they definitely would have fared better for him than the Polish nobles and Polish spearmen combo. Extremely aggressive, pushing forwards here. That's what I like to see. Okay, so he's pushing the Mill Knights away with his Hussars. Okay, well, we've got a massive Teutonic Order movement here. Pushing right through. So, yep, they're going to get a good downhill charge onto all of these units. That is so unfortunate. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and all these units are just going right onto the pike line. The only saving grace is having the two units of pikemen actually bunched up together like this. It actually prevented a lot of the Teutonic Knights from charging in. Oh, but yeah, see, Poland I don't think has access to any pikemen, so this is such a losing battle from the get-go. He's pushing forwards up here very aggressively, trying to go against those religious fanatics, but as he's trying to pull through, you can see that the Polish cavalry is just being torn down. We've also got more Teutonic Knights actually flanking around here, getting the downhill charge. That's a pretty cool screenshot right there. We've got Polish nobles moving in, but the Teutonic Knights are literally just riding on through them. Oh my goodness. How is the cavalry engagement here? Yes, okay, Polish nobles moving in against the Teutonic Knights. The Polish Guard should do very well here. As long as he doesn't keep pulling them out, just leave them in melee for now against these Teutonic Knights, and then flank around with more Hussars and Polish Guard. Yes, no, don't ride past, though. You need to lock this down. He's pulling his cavalry out. Very unfortunate. And all this infantry here is just getting slaughtered by the pikemen. I don't know what to say. Windy Pop. Never really understood the idea of mixing pike units like that. Why is it better than just having your pikes separate with deeper ranks? I think because Medieval 2 pike lines can be so janky sometimes, people used to put 2 in 1 because sometimes if you get a unit that actually charges a pike unit head-on, the pikemen will lift their pikes up, and then they'll get slaughtered. So I think it's just a bad habit that people have put into their heads about Medieval 2 and the way pikemen work, whereas if that happens, the second one is still there, and then the first one can kind of recuperate or readjust itself. I think that's the reason why. But yeah, it's not a valid tactic to use like in, say, Rome 2 or Attila. It doesn't translate. But yeah, that was pretty. Oh, I mean, surprisingly, the kill percentage is pretty even, 50% to 60%. I think it's this Polish cavalry just getting in behind enemy lines like this. That was a good charge. Yeah, that was a good charge by that general's bodyguard and the mailed knights. Pavi's crossbowmen have been broken. Yeah, the Polish cavalry is doing a lot better here. Polish Guard is fighting some Teutonic Knights here. They just got some reinforcements. Wow. Yeah, very explosive battle here. Pike Militia, yeah, I think Pike Militia just trying to clean up some of the forces that did return. But, yeah, it's all down to the Polish cavalry at this point, and I don't think they're going to have the edge, only because there's so many pikemen still alive. Yeah, you can see that the Pike Militia did soak up quite a bit of damage there when you pop 83 for this one, and then there was 116 in that, I think, out of 120. So they may have raised, I wasn't paying attention, or they may have actually glitched and pulled out their swords, and then the Lance Connect pikemen were still there to form the pike line. That's the only reason I can think that people would have done it, but still believe that the adding of missile cavalry was made by the... Well, maybe, who knows? Only such evil people could think of such a bad idea. Yeah, I think it was a counter to just a bug in the game. Unless I'm wrong. Somebody else can weigh in on that or post a comment about it if you're watching the video after the fact. But as far as I'm aware, that's the only reason people did that. Looks, yeah, now like the Holy Roman Empire is in cleanup phase. 70% killed, so I'm surprised. A lot of that infantry was just thrown away, unfortunately, but the Polish cavalry, very effective, getting in behind enemy lines, kind of causing a bit of issues for Caro. Yeah, that was a disgusting charge on those woodsmen there, too. Well done to Caro. And good fight to Theodore. Good fight there. Getting his, running his hussars around here originally. It looks like they did have a pretty good cavalry engagement, but eventually I think either this engagement distracted Caro from all the Polish nobles getting behind his lines, or the Polish guard. Either that, or they actually won this engagement and were able to force all those Pavi's crossbowmen up here. This was not a good idea, though. Look how much cavalry was killed by those religious fanatics. Just trying to pull them through the lines. Yeah, it's not Total War Attila. That doesn't work. But there we go. So, a win for Caro there. Yeah, no worries, Noah. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, buddy. Very similar man count there as well. General's Bodyguard, Teutonic Knights, 314 kills. That might as well be 315. Holy moly. Mailed Knights, 140. Pike Militia, 158. Wow, that is insane. Well done there. Very good. So, on that, if you would stop turning around here, that means that we should be on Battle 2, which would be not that one, but this one. There we go. 1 for Caro, 0 for Theodore. Let's hope that he can clench a victory in the next one. We have, what are we doing? Caro versus Theodore. Very nice. Hey, Joe, nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well.
Units, await my orders.
All right, on the same battlefield we saw for Battle 2 in the last sets of battles here. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, looking from Caro's perspective, but on the opposite side, Theodore actually spawned on this side in the last sets of battles. Django was up on the hilltop. But looks like he has a pretty similar build, and he's going to set up similarly. So he's got some Sicilian Pavi's crossbow militia in the front lines, 3 units of them. We've got some arquebusiers, so some gunners. We've got some pike militia, some Pavi's crossbowmen. Nice. We've got mailed knights, a lot of Norman knights. So again, going for very solid cavalry and the general's bodyguard. And it looks like he is fighting the Turks, I would think, from the lime green coloring here. Sicily, I do love, though. I wish he brought some dismounted Norman knights. That would be awesome. Or maybe he did and I just missed it. Now, we've got a little section here, Pavi's crossbowmen with some pike militia defending here. Pavi's crossbowmen here with pike militia line. Not doing the dual pike line, though, this time. And then, yeah, Norman knights do look pretty sick. I do have to give them that. But the dismounted ones are also very cool. And here we go. Okay. Let's take a look at Theodore's army here. So we've got some peasants in the front lines. Again, going very aggressively. We've got some dismounted Sipahi lancers. They're okay. Not the best, but he's got some Saracen militia here as well. 4 units of them. Got some Allen light cavalry, some Sipahi lancers, 2 units of them. And he's got some cavalry back here, some land cavalry, Sipahi Lancers, Alan Light Cavalry, Alan Light Cavalry. Okay, so he doesn't have any or sorry, that's Egyptian, but he doesn't have the any of the Turkish Janissaries or the, I can't remember the heavily armored ones. It's not the Tabaderia, because that's the Egyptian ones. Anyways, he's pushing into the line there. See, again, why is he charging the cavalry into the pike line like this? I get that he is trying to go after those Pavis crossbowmen, but the Pavis crossbowmen are well defended by those pikes. Oh my gosh, you're not going to force your way through, please. Please, Theodore, stop the madness. Good amount of cavalry over here, though. This is what I like to see, kind of looking to overwhelm the weaknesses of the Western European armies. So he is going to have to pull back his pike line. They're not even set up, though. You can see he's actually getting involved. And we've got some Norman Knights and the General's Bodyguard actually charging in here. They have the downhill charge, though, so they will get the bonus. Got the Mailed Knights involved as well. Norman Knights kind of disengaged over here. They probably will flank around and hit the Allen Light Cavalry from that side. We've got some more cavalry somehow trying to... Oh, nice. I was gonna say nice job on the Sipahi Lancers getting a solid charge into those pike militia, but they were just stopped in time. Sicilian Mailed and Norman Knights moving forwards. Alani Light Cavalry trying to stop them. Norman Knights a lot slower because they're heavily armored, so they probably will be caught. But, okay, looks like Theodore has punched right through the center of that pike line. And again, maybe there is some validity to having the dual pike line there. Because this is a bit chaotic now behind Caro's line. We've got a lot of infantry just pushing forwards. The dismounted Sipahi Lancers, Spearmen moving forwards. We've got Saracen Militia pushing in. We've got mounted Sipahi Lancers destroying what's left of these Arquebusiers. We have a front line of Pavis crossbowmen over here fighting the Saracen Militia, so that's obviously not good. Thankfully, we do have a good, thick presence of Norman cavalry, though. And it looks like this flank has been recalled, but I think it might actually be too late. I think Theodore will actually grab the win here. 41% of the Sicilians versus 52% of the Turks slain in this battle so far. Norman General Bodyguard going in as well. Balls of steel on this guy. Look at him riding through the Sipahi Lancers. That's a spear unit, buddy. Oh my goodness. Going into the next one, too. We're going to sit near this general's... Okay, good. He is pulling him back because he's... Yeah, he's getting a bit bloodied up there. Pike Militia trying to stabilize this line here. You can see that he's trying to form some sort of line. We've got more Pavis crossbowmen. They need to kind of just withdraw for the time being. This unit of Pike Militia has broken. Mailed Knights kind of just sitting back here. Allen Light Cavalry, yep, they got the charge off, but those Pike Militia were already broken. I would like to say that Theodore has this one. I think he has this one. All he really needs to do is kill the General's Bodyguard, which he's just kind of flanked around the General's Bodyguard there. General's way back here, though. Yeah, he is being escorted with some Mailed Knights away from that battle. That's not going to favor him actually fighting the Saracen Militia in melee there. Boy, oh boy. Not looking good for Caro. Yeah, unfortunately, that single pike line just did not hold up the way probably him and myself were expecting. And yeah, Norman Knights kind of just sitting around over here. Could charge those peasants, but I don't know. Okay, Saracen Militia moving forwards. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. So if you have the single pike line, they actually move right in and engage the units themselves. They kind of ignore the pikes altogether. So that's kind of why you do the double pike line. Yeah, see what happened here? They've actually got their swords out, and they're fighting in melee against the Saracen Militia when they should still have their pikes out. But it's just the mechanics of Medieval 2, I believe. And you can see all these guys have actually pulled their swords out as well. Pavis crossbowmen are here. It looks like the Allen Light Cavalry are going to silence them. Nice charge there. Very good. Yeah, I think it's getting close to cleanup phase, although surprisingly the Turks have still lost more men. So this could be like a very, very close battle. We've got the Sipahi Lancers getting charged in the back by some Norman Knights there. What do we got? We've got some mailed Knights being torn down by the Saracen Militia on this flank. Pike Militia are moving forwards. Pavi's crossbowmen survived there. The depleted Norman Cavalry are really doing a good job at kind of running around the map and just finding Turkish units that are all alone and just breaking them. Got some Pike Militia over here as well, trying to hold back the Saracen Militia. Unfortunately, they did break. Look at this battlefield. Holy cow. You can really see where the first line was, where they kind of defended pretty well. But look how little bodies are right here, where they just punched a hole right through the Norman ranks. That's crazy. And then Caro was really kind of left struggling here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Assuming he's up over here, General's bodyguard. I always like to try to find them on the map, but may not be able to. Depends on where he was killed. Oh, is that him there? No. Anyways, he was slain somewhere over here by the copious amounts of dismounted spearmen that the Turks still have running around the battlefield. It still says it's in favor of Caro, though. This is a real fight to the finish. Pike Militia trying to form up here, but the Saracen Militia are just charging through once again, completely ignoring the pikemen, and they have broken. Brave General's bodyguard, 3 men left in the unit, getting a rear charge there on the Sipahi Lancers, but that's not enough to break them, unfortunately. $79 to $86. Yeah, we've got some units kind of just chilling over here. I guess they may have been firing at those dismounted Lancers, but let's get the... Yeah, there we go. Well done. Yeah, collect yourself. Get all of your men to one position here. It does look very close at this point, but the Turks are just taking out one unit at a time here. So what are we left with? We've got a unit of Alani Light Cavalry and a Saracen Militia and a Sipahi Lancer. And here we've got a Norman Knight unit, 2 Norman Knight units, I believe 2 crossbow units, 3 Norman Knight units. Okay. Yeah, this is probably still Caro's. He's got Pike Militia returning as well. Yeah, because these guys are just going to get run around. This unit will bait them into a charge like that, and then the unit will come in from behind and just hit them in the flank. It's always a bad feeling when you get caught having only infantry on the battlefield when your opponent has cavalry. Yeah, baiting them away. Well done. Pike Militia moving on in once again. That unit of mailed knights did break, but the Saracen Militia may actually challenge these pikemen. Yeah, see how they're not formed up, though? Because they're still moving, they're not formed up properly. But it did actually manage to tie them up long enough for the Norman Knights to get a good charge in their flank. And there we go. Oh, so Theodore. I was rooting for him. I thought for sure he had it. Oh, good try, Theodore. Caro taking the win there as well. Fielding similar manpower again. 118 for that General's bodyguard. And the rest of the kills seem pretty spread out. Pike Militia and Crossbow Militia doing excellent there. Very good. So yes, Caro taking 2 there. And unfortunately, Theodore, yeah, he lost both of his matches. But it's alright. I think he's still in it. There's still much more to go. So there we go. If we put that up there, you can see... Wait a second. That might actually be an error, because it's saying Caro won, Theodore won, but Caro won both times. Didn't he? I swear he did. He definitely won both times. That's strange. I'm confused. I'll have to talk to the tournament lead on that one. But anyways, we have actually 2 more replays to take a look at, and then we're actually done with the live stream, which will be good because I can actually get to the gym maybe before it gets too late. So yes, we're doing Hermaeus Mora versus Vandergrift, and of course we did see Vandergrift in the last stream as well. I believe his battles were a 1-1. So let's see how well he does in this. And thanks to everyone who is still here, tuned in. I do appreciate it. All right, on the same first map that we've seen in the last 2 engagements, let's go ahead and cover that up. We're looking at it from Vandergrift's point of view, so he's playing as Venice. Django also choosing Venice for his first battle. We got the General's Bodyguard here. We've got some units of Broken Lances. Got some Pike Militia in the center, Pike Militia on the flank. And then I believe we've got 4 units of Venetian Heavy Infantry. And then a good amount of missiles. So we've got Pavi's Crossbow Militia. And then we have 1, 2 Musketeers, and 2 units of Venetian Archers. Very solid and very heavily armored, as you can see. Is this how he's deploying? I would think not. I think he's probably going to deploy a little further on that hilltop. Only 3 units of cavalry, though. That's the least amount of cavalry we've seen in this tournament so far, I think. So we'll see how that works out for him. Unless, actually, he's deploying some other stuff over here. Yep, that would make sense. Okay, so he's got some mounted crossbowmen. And I think he just moved those Venetian heavy archers over there, I'm assuming. Does he have some stuff way over here, then, that I'm not noticing? Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. So 4 units of mounted crossbowmen. And then 3 units of melee cavalry. That is a little bit more balanced. I do like to see that. Interesting. Oh, and we're going up against the Byzantine Empire. Yes. Love the Byzantines. Very cool. I love a lot of factions in Medieval 2, actually. I wouldn't say Byzantines are my favorite, but I do like the color. The color is very cool. And we are started, and it looks like we've got all the Byzantines deployed way over here. Oh, look at these purple boys. Love it. Byzantine Guard Archers in the front lines, 4 units of them. And we've got some peasants, 4 units of them. Even the peasants just look awesome. I don't know why. We've got Byzantine Infantry, Byzantine Lancers, and then Byzantine Infantry. We've got Latin Con. That's awesome. Very solid cavalry. And we've got some Cataphractoi. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. The Russians are the Byzantine Tsar's Guard, pretty much. And then we've got 2 Varangian Guard here as well. Very cool. Respectable that he's brought them with the 2-handed glitch and all. But well done. And then, of course, the General's Bodyguard there. That is a pretty powerful-looking Byzantine army. And he is very happy to just sit here. And I think Vandergrift is probably pretty happy to sit there as well. He's got these mounted crossbowmen, though. I would start using them. Because aside from the Byzantine Guard archers in the front here, he doesn't have any cavalry that is ranged. So he can really start peppering down this Latin Con. We do have some movement forwards, though, so let's just enjoy that. Listening to the sounds of the marching. Oh. Peasants moving forwards as well. And the Byzantine Lancers and the Byzantine Infantry. Staple Infantry. Yeah, these Guard Archers look sweet. Form up, men. Very nice. Got the Latin Con moving forwards. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, boys. Now, Vandergrift being quite passive. He is starting to move his mounted crossbowman over this way, though. Slowly and surely. Maybe drawing those 2 units of Latin Con out wide on the flank. And then looks like we've got a bit of a defensive formation starting up over here. I think he's a little bit intimidated by that Latin Con and the Cataphractoi, if I'm honest. Where did the other 2 units of Cataphractoi go? No, they've got to be over here still. Yeah, they're all at the back. Yeah, all the Byzantine cavalry is pretty much sitting at the back. It's probably a good plan for... His name here is Stepan, but I think it was Mora? What was it? Can't remember. We could call him Stepan for now. But I think he's a little bit intimidated by the mounted crossbowmen here. Not only are they going to be faster than his cavalry, but as soon as he tries to engage that the mounted cavalry, he's just going to run away and then continue shooting at them. So he's going to be throwing his cavalry away for no reason. So I think it's a good call to actually move all this cavalry to the other flank. But, I mean, if Vandergrift saw this, he would probably just redeploy all of his mounted crossbowmen over to the other flank as well. Veterans of a once-lost empire. You must regain your glory. Yes, go Latin Con. And, okay, interesting. So we've got most of the infantry moving over to this flank. He's actually dividing his forces here. Interesting. Okay, so he's going to leave all of his peasants here to defend his Byzantine Guard archers. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Yeah, I think Vandergrift has the same idea. He's like, I think my broken lances wouldn't mind going over to that flank. Okay, he is moving everything over. Ooh, I was worried about that for a second. Yeah, let's not leave the peasants to defend all of your beautiful, beautiful Byzantine archers here. Very, very passive, both of these players, though, eh? Very passive. Okay, I was about to say, maybe we should fast forward, but here we go. Here we go. We've got some movement here from Vandergrift. He's moving his crossbows over. He's maybe actually planning to push the Byzantines off this hill, but Stepan has noticed that. He's immediately moving his Byzantine Guard archers back. Don't like the column formations, so I would spread them out. I guess all of them should be firing, if we take a look. Yeah, okay. It looks like all of them are firing, so that's well, some of them are firing. Firing at these broken lances here. You probably want to get out of there, buddy. Run your cavalry out of there. Tis unfortunate to lose some there in that engagement. Pulling all of his units back, though. I'm just waiting for one of them to make a move. I don't want to fast forward, but I think we're going to have to. Let's see what's going on. This is like half the battle's already over, pretty much. He wants to deploy over here. I can understand why, because that's directly opposite of Vandergrift and the Venetian army. But he has to be very careful not to give this hill up. If he sets his crossbowmen up there, that's not going to be good. Mounted crossbowmen can come right over here, sit up here, fire down onto the peasants and the Byzantine Guard archers. Hey, Byzantine Centurion. Nice to see you, buddy. Your army's on the battlefield. Let's see if it holds up against the might of the Venetian heavy infantry. Yeah, nothing going on over here. So Vandergrift has pulled all his forces back. Where did he move his mounted crossbowmen? Are they all okay? They're all over here. I would not use my mounted crossbowmen to go up against the Byzantine guard archers, though. I don't know if that's a very good idea. That's another sweet screenshot, even if we got the flag in there. Yeah, that's not a good idea. You are focusing down probably one of these archer units with one of your multiple cavalry units, but 80 plus 80 is 160, and this one fresh, I think, is 120. So it takes almost 2 units of cavalry to go up against 1 unit of the Byzantine guard archers. And I'm willing to bet that the Byzantine guard archers are more heavily armored than the Venetian cavalry is. He's actually focusing on the pike militia. That's actually a solid shout. Because the Byzantine infantry, they didn't bring... The Byzantine army didn't bring any of the pike militia, or pikemen. Musketeers, that's going to be a problem for the guard archers, though. Allowing the musketeers to fire into their ranks. Just going to sit here for a few minutes and just watch this unfold. Very, very passive players, though. Kind of testing the waters with each other. Not sure which way they're going to go. Then they get into position. They're going to do probably a good extended skirmish phase. And then I'm betting to... I'm willing to bet, I should say, that the loser, or the one who's losing that skirmish, will be forced to actually push in to engage. And they're not going to be happy about it. No problem, Otto von Pissmark. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, what do I see moving on the left here? What do I see? We've got some Latincon heavy cavalry moving right around the pikemen, and Vandergrift does not notice it. Dismounted Broken Lance is not moving at all. What is he going for? He might want to charge right into the backs of the dismounted Broken Lances. That is very, very unfortunate for Vandergrift. And he still hasn't noticed it. Yeah, don't go for that one. Hit these guys in the back. And also you'll get the Venetian archers as they pull back as well. Unfortunately, that wasn't a very good charge. Victory still seems certain, so they probably need to pull away. But the Venetian archers being pulled back into this melee is very good. I think he's focused right over here, and he didn't notice what was going on due to the fog. Now the peasants are moving forwards, probably being a bit of a meat shield for those guard archers. We've got the Venetian heavy infantry haven't engaged, though, so I think it is time to pull that Latincon out, especially with the pike militia moving forwards. And we also have some mounted crossbowmen rushing back. Too late to pull this Latincon back now, though, because all these mounted crossbowmen will be able to envelop them and kind of lock them in. No, my beautiful Latincon, why? Oh, and actually, they're just going to sit there and fire into the backs of the Latincon cavalry. Yeah, already one of them is fighting to the death. Oh, no. Okay, oh, nice. We've got a peasant swarm, though. Actually breaking the Pavi's crossbow militia. Excuse me? This next one of musketeers is actually engaged against the peasants as well. Wow. Okay, yes, so we've got the cataphractoi over here engaged against those mounted crossbow, and that's a very good trade-off for the Byzantines. Got the general's bodyguard sitting right here. We've got another mounted crossbowman moving slowly forwards. There we go. General's bodyguard going to get a counter charge there. Nice job, but we've got the other general's bodyguard moving forwards, maybe trying to push the pressure of these mounted crossbowmen off. However, this side has stabilized, and look at all the slaughtered Latincon there. Very unfortunate. Over here, though, I am shocked that... was it a thing that Byzantine peasants were a lot better than regular peasants? That must be the case, because they are just holding in melee, fighting musketeers, they're fighting pike militia. The cataphractoi have actually pushed forwards and are engaging the dismounted broken lances. We've got some breaking over here. The Pavi's crossbow militia breaking. General's bodyguard engaging those mounted crossbowmen. Defeat seems certain for them. But the Venetian heavy archers are going to focus down that general. And we've got a massive blob of cavalry pushing in here. Venetian general's bodyguard is in there as well. mixed in with the infantry. But yeah, look, punching through the center here. Okay, so the musketeers have broken. That's left a bit of a soft underbelly here for the Byzantines to exploit. Try and get those units in and around and fight the pikemen from the back. Well done there. It looks like that has happened over here. Varangian Guard moving in. Venetian heavy infantry balancing that fight, though, holding the Venetian Guard there. Or, sorry, the Varangian Guard. And we've got the other Varangian Guard over here fighting broken lances and pike militia. Looks like 33 to 35%. Extremely even odds so far. But whoever general dies first is probably not going to be good. Yeah, there's the Venetian general. He's looking pretty bloodied up. Vandergrift is going to pull him out. I think that's a really good idea. And we may actually have a countercharge here from some broken lances into the flank of the Cataphractoi. Nice work there. Very good. General's bodyguard being driven away by some more broken lances. And that general's looking pretty bloodied up as well. Pikemen are holding. Mounted crossbowmen moving around the flank to get a better angle of shot for those Varangian Guard. Victory is certain fighting the dismounted broken lances, though. Varangian Guard being shot to pieces. Oh. No way! No way! Venetian general is dead. Where is he? Where is that general? Is that him there? How did he die? He just moved into melee there. That is unfortunate, but I don't think Vandergrift is out of it just yet. 46 to 51%, so the Byzantines are starting to climb a little bit ahead in their lead. Yeah, Byzantine Guard archers are set up okay. Mounted crossbowmen really desperately trying to... wow! Good job. Those musketeers. Look how much of the Guard archers they killed there. Wow. Pike militia are holding very well here, though. We've got the dismounted Byzantine lancers engaging dismounted broken lances, though. General's bodyguard, even though he is dead, that's still a very healthy cavalry unit. He can still do quite a lot of damage there. Varangian Guard on the back foot at this point. Too much broken lances and too much heavy infantry to fight here, I think. Let's see if we can see some leg sweeps, though. Those leg sweep animations. What? Oh, the Byzantine player admitted defeat. I mean, he had 500 more men than him, but 800 men, I still think, was maybe a little bit premature, but okay. Good win for Vandergrift there. 156 with the mounted crossbow and 106 with the musketeers. Yeah, tore those Byzantine Guard archers to shreds. All right, so 1 for Vandergrift there. So that means we are... Are these all backwards or something? I'm very confused about this. Vandergrift won. So he should have 1 point. No? Or maybe the replays are reversed or something? I don't know. I'm very confused. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next battle. Yeah, maybe the replays are reversed or something. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is the last battle of the stream here. Second battle between Vandergrift and Hermaeus Mora. Again, looking at it from Vandergrift's point of view. All right. So we've got the Papal States here for Vandergrift. Well done. I was thinking, is this Sicily again? But no, Papal States. General's bodyguard there in the back. We've got some broken lance cavalry. We've got pike militia, Swiss Guard, dismounted broken lances. Swiss Guard look pretty cool. Nice halberdier unit. We've got some Pavis crossbowmen, 3 units of them, and a peasant archer. Mounted crossbowmen once again. So actually a very similar build 3 units, or 4 units of melee cavalry. We've got 4 units of the mounted crossbowmen. Some very, well, not basic infantry, but he's got some solid infantry. The broken lance is extremely shiny there. Got the Swiss Guard, 2 units of them. 3 units, the pike militia on the flank, counting 3. Very good. More cavalry focused here this time. So we'll see how that fares. And this is actually quite a long battle as well. So we'll see. This might be kind of very standoffish, even more so now, because either of them don't want to, A, give up their 1-0 lead, or B, give a 2-0 lead to their opponent. So yeah, I think it will be very cat and mouse for quite some time in this battle, so we'll probably fast forward quite a bit of it. Alright, so what do we got here? Byzantines again. Okay, so he's sticking with his guns. So we've got Byzantine Guard archers. Got 4 units of peasants. This is the exact same, I think. So we've got 2 units of Byzantine lancers, Byzantine infantry, Varangian Guard. This is the exact same build. General's Bodyguard, 2 units of Cataphractoi, and 2 units of Latincon. Okay, we do have some movement from the Papal States this time. So let's fast forward until they get into a position. So yeah, both of them have pretty much brought the exact same as they had before. Mounted crossbowmen moving to the flanks. We've got some peasants moving to that side. Latincon holding here. Cataphractoi holding in the rear. A lot of infantry over on this flank, so definitely a little worried of the Cataphractoi. And mounted crossbowmen ready to annoy. I think the peasants are here as basically a meat shield, just to give something for those mounted crossbowmen to shoot at. And we've got the Pavis crossbowmen moving forwards, just trying to get in range of the Byzantine Guard archers. They are in loose formation, which is good. I just don't know who's going to be favored there. Pavis crossbowmen obviously have good armor and good missile block because of the presence of that massive Pavis shield. But Byzantine Guard archers, I don't know. I don't know if they would be the better favor. 120 pretty much versus 120. Well done with Vandergrift here as well, defending defending his ranged units, I was going to say, from a possible charge from that Latincon. And yeah, I think he's just trying to get the Vandergrift and the mounted crossbowmen to shoot at these peasants. But he's not doing that. I think he's focusing the Byzantine infantry and also the Byzantine guard archers, maybe from the flanks. That's actually exactly what he's doing. Look at them being mowed down. Wow. And then the Pavis crossbowmen move in for their turn as well. Very even odds, though, I do have to say. Probably because these archers are getting slaughtered as well. Yeah, here we go. We've got the activation of the Broken Lance Cavalry. Latincon are moving in, and it looks like they are not going to slow up. Okay, he is going to pull back. That's probably a good call, but he's walking them. Oh, no! Run that Latincon out of there, sir. A couple of them caught, but it's fine. Yeah, keep moving back. There we go. And all those Byzantine Guard archers should be focusing their attention to shoot on those broken lances there. Mounted crossbowmen, yeah, have just annihilated this unit of Byzantine Guard archers. Okay. Maybe start focusing on the Varangian Guard if they can, or the Byzantine infantry. Very spicy range tactics here or skirmish tactics for both of them, I do have to say. Peasants are getting hit with some arrows as well, but I don't think they're being focused directly. Yeah, some of them are just being shot, I think, as he pulls them away. Okay, I still think there might be more Byzantine Guard archers to Pavis crossbowmen, though. Actually, no, this one is extremely healthy here, so whatever they're firing at, I would assume they're firing at the Byzantine Guard archers as well. Hey, Nicaea. Battle between Papal States and Byzantine Empire. Weirdly historical battle. Is it really? No kidding. And Maverick Trinidad says hello. Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, this is the last battle of this series of battles we're looking at for this tournament. But it will be available for watching later on. After it finishes rendering, it'll just upload in my streams playlist for you guys to take a look at the other ones. Because we actually had the Byzantines in the last battle as well. So we've got to step in, kind of sticking with it. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, that is a good charge. Well done. Broken Lance is really soaking it up, though. Man, they got annihilated there, though. Wow. Looks like over 40 of them were killed by that Latin com. Insane. But we've got the majority of the Papal States army all here. We need to get that Cataphractoi, hit all of these archers, and then quickly hit the flanks here, because this Latin con is not going to last long. Also getting a good charge into the side of that Swiss Guard, because they were not set up either. There you go. You can see their numbers dropping quite significantly. Try and disengage that cavalry as quickly as you can, though. General's bodyguard for the Papal States is actually moved in. And trying to hold that Cataphractoi. Oh no, the mounted crossbowmen are going to probably do a pincer movement here and actually block this very crucial unit in. This is where he can't be sitting with his infantry. He needs to be pushing forwards. Don't allow your cavalry to get double teamed by cavalry and infantry. Oh man, such a solid start. And then, yep, there we go. Cataphractoi have broken. General's bodyguard is moving in, pushing those peasant crossbowmen, or sorry, the mounted crossbowmen away. And did he get the other unit of Cataphractoi out? Yes. Where's the other Latin con? It's right here. Okay. All right. Looks like the Papal States is moving forwards. 29% to 39%. So 30% of the Papal States have been killed. 40% of the Byzantines. What we got? We got broken lances over here being destroyed by the Varangian Guard. Okay. They were actually broken by the Varangian Guard. Well done, boys. Well done. And what do we got over here? The Cataphractoi returning, actually getting a solid charge on those broken lances as well. And another... This is great. Well done. Well done. So really kind of coming back from that there. Those broken lances are not going to win that themselves. Although the mounted crossbowmen are moving in to try and even the odds. But very passive with the infantry here. Same with the Papal States as well. He's kind of moving his infantry forwards, but not to really support the efforts that his cavalry is doing. And see, as soon as he sees the two units here, he's just disengaging all his infantry anyways. If the Byzantine player gets a charge off right here, that's going to be very juicy. Yeah, this cavalry is just running away. So he is actually going right there into that unit of broken lances. I don't think that was as good of a charge, though. Yeah, that wasn't as good of a charge. Where's the Latin con coming? This will be a good charge. 77 in that unit. Yeah, about 15 killed in that. Pavi's crossbowmen running off. Cataphractoi are disengaging as the infantry moves forwards. Nice. Very well. Cover your cavalry's retreat. Over here we've got General's Bodyguard and Mounted Crossbowmen fighting. General's Bodyguard and... Is that Cataphractoi? So let's see if we can find the General's Bodyguards here. Where are you? Probably easier to... There, okay, there's the Byzantine General's Bodyguard. He's at the back. And, okay, we've got a flanking charge here from a unit of Latin con. General's Bodyguard is disengaging. Okay, he's pretty bloodied up as well. So that's very even. This looks like it should be a good win for the infantry with the Byzantine Empire. They've got way more units here. Broken Lances are moving forwards, though. Might try to charge this Varangian Guard, so he needs to be prepared for that. Or maybe he's just going to run past. I think he's going to try and eliminate the... Oh, nice! Yes! Well done! Oh, he stopped them right in front of the Varangian Guard, and the Varangian Guard just tore them apart. Okay, all right. So, yeah, looking good for Steppen. Yeah, 54% of Papal States killed 59%. Oh, my goodness. Swiss Guard being a little Swiss cheese sandwich here. Oh, boy. Yeah, they're going to be fighting to the death for sure. Okay, over here, how's it looking? General's Bodyguard still kind of looking for a good opportunity. I think the... Where's the general? Okay, he's over here. So on the opposite side of the Venetian... Or, sorry, the Papal States general. Got a lot of Broken Lance Cavalry moving over here, though. Well done with those Latin Con. They're not going to be able to win this engagement altogether, but just trying to silence those mounted crossbowmen. Varangian Guard also moving in as well, kind of as a sacrificial lamb there. Byzantine need to microcab better. Cataphract. Also watch tutorials on 3rd Age Total War, so thank you. Not a problem, man. That's what I'm here for, to try and help you guys out. Get more people to be able to play the mods. Okay, we've got a lot of Papal States cavalry over here. Where's that General's Bodyguard? General's Bodyguard's over here. I think he needs to disengage, because this infantry fight, I think, is in favor of the Byzantines. Yeah, he's pushing all the infantry back. And we've still got a unit of Latin Con here. They are tired. They're winded, but they're running down the Pavi's crossbowmen, so that is quite good. Don't leave your General's Bodyguard there to get shot up, though, dude. Come on. Yeah, that Latin Con and Varangian Guard being very brave over there. But yeah, Papal States, 76 to 68% here. That's not looking too good. Not looking too good for the Papal States at all. A lot of their infantry fighting to the death here. Oh, this is going to be another... Are you going to get a good charge off? Yeah, Varangian Guard are moving in. Come on, boys. Come on. Yes. Actually broke the Broken Lances. They're like, nope. We're out. And the pikemen are like, okay, wait for us. We're out of there too. See you later. Nicely done there. So yeah, pretty much the Venetian, or sorry, I keep calling them Venetian because we've seen Venetian twice today. But Papal States, all they've really got at this point is their cavalry. And the Varangian Guard are just holding. Holding. Oh yeah, they destroyed that cav. He is risking his general quite a bit, I do agree. But then again, the Papal States general, he was kind of risking him as well. So it was kind of even on that point. But I would have been more worried for the Papal States' general to die, just because I figured that the infantry fight would go in favor of the Byzantines. But we've got a lot of cavalry micro going on right here, which is great, but we need to get... Oh no! He got him! Yeah, there he is on the ground. He's dead. And that actually is the nail in the coffin for the Papal States. We just got a bit of cleanup here with the Pavi's crossbowmen, some Broken Lances. So you can probably fast forward that, I think. Nothing really too exciting. Actually, you know what? We do have some cavalry over here. Some mounted crossbowmen, which he's probably going to try and be super annoying with. That's why it's going to take so long. Dismounted Broken Lances, please. Okay, we're gonna watch this from their perspective. Where's the lance? Oh, they got the lances down. Nice. Nice job. This cataphractoi. So beefy. In the background, too, you can see there's like a unit of 2... Or, oh, no, okay, it's 17. I thought it was like 2 Latin Con just running down these Pavi's crossbowmen. Yes, the Pope's chosen general is dead. Maybe if he had brought the Pope, he would have had better odds. I think at this point, Stephen's kind of just flexing, though. He's not even using his infantry or his general's bodyguard. He's just cleaning up with his cataphractoi and the Latin Con. Let's go ahead and fast forward here. It's clearly going to be a victory for the Byzantines, which is good, because that means it was 1-1. So he was able to come back and even the score out, which is great. Looks like the Papal States are gathering what little troops they have left for one final push. Byzantine Guard Archers. Oh, they still do have ammo, though. Byzantine Guard Archers do not, looks like. Or, Yeah, at least that one doesn't, I don't think. But we don't want to watch. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch all this. I do love the Byzantine Empire as well. Yeah. Very, very cool. Alright, just push forwards, man. Oh, he's actually going to go and hit these archers, so we'll slow down for that. See if the Pavi's crossbowmen can get a shot off before the Cataphractoi charge in. Oh, no, they're actually going to try and retreat. But it's not going to be fast enough. Oh, Pike Militia very close at hand, though, to maybe try and deal with those Cataphractoi, but they're just going to pull back. Yeah, being very conservative with his forces. I don't think he really needs to be. I guess he's worried that he'll exhaust his troops when chasing after these mounted crossbowmen. So that's why he's being so conservative, so I can understand that point. His cavalry really isn't strong enough to kind of lock them down. Because this is 100 cavalry, pretty much. He's got 16, 17, and 10. So it's a 2-to-1 cavalry odds at this point. There we go. So we've got, finally, the mounted crossbowmen moving in. And they've broken right away. Yeah, which was expected. Second one moving in as well. Looks like the Byzantine Guard archers firing what little arrows they have left. And we've got the activation of that Latin Con. And are they going to catch them? They broke them, actually. Okay. Annoyingly, they probably will return to the battlefield, but it's just this handful of men left here. I respect Vandergrift, though, for not admitting defeat. I respect him for fighting to the bitter end. Latin Con kind of getting drawn off. Oh, actually changing targets there, charging into the mounted crossbowmen there. Can I ask what my favorite Medieval 2 mod is? I would probably have to say... I'd probably say Elder Scrolls is up there. But there's so many good ones. Like, one that I'm really enjoying right now, it's like a Balkan mod. I think I did a tutorial on how to install it, but that one's really good. Obviously, Third Age Divide and Conquer for the campaign and Reforged is good, but yeah, probably Elder Scrolls is my favorite just because I love the lore so much. But there's a ton of good ones, like the Warcraft mod, the Thera Redux mod, the Zelda mod is really good. I tried to do a campaign in that, though, but it crashed like every couple turns. It was super unstable. But if that was ever really stable, that would probably be second, I would say. Elder Scrolls first, and then the Hyrule Total War second. Yeah, Third Age for you. I'd say the Third Age mods are probably the most popular of all Medieval 2 mods, by player base. I would definitely say that. Oh, these poor Papal States' broken lances, completely surrounded. They are holding, though. They're taking as many lives with them. But we've got, more of the Cataphractoi, the General's Bodyguard, moving in. And did these guys come back? Yeah, they did. So we can just fast forward this. As soon as they charge in, it'll be over. There we go. There we go. So yes, one victory for Stepin and one victory for Vandergrift in that. So yeah, a much larger army, well, by 300 men. And casualties inflicted by the Papal States. So the mounted crossbowmen did do quite well. Pavi's crossbowmen there did well. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Such a sad tale. And if we take a look here, I've got a standings map here for what we have so far, what we've seen. So because Django has played in this stream and last stream, he actually has 3 points. Carol has 2. Theodore with 1. So that's Group Type B. Group A, we haven't seen any, and Group E, we haven't seen any. With Group C, Vandergrift has 2 points because he actually won 1 battle in the last stream, and then 1 in this one. And then Bambush, and then Hermaeus Mora, who is Stepin. He has 1 point. And then, of course, from last stream, Reign Total War and AS 1991 was last stream as well. And that is it. So, obviously, maybe this Sunday, I'm not sure on my schedule, but we'll take a look at when I can do stream number 3, and we'll take a look at another 6 battles at that point. But until then, I don't have anything else for you guys, so I really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And, yeah, Third Age and its submods. Yeah, Third Age because I think of big YouTubers like Pixelated Apollo who made them very popular from the beginning, and also the massive fan base that pretty much Lord of the Rings has. Like, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so because of that, I like Third Age. I'm more partial to Rise of Mordor, and especially once they get that campaign out, I'll definitely be playing a lot of that. But Third Age is just such a classic, that is for sure. But as I said, that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. And make sure to turn down your volume at this point as I go over to the end screen, because the transition is quite loud. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.